So I just thought I'd... NT kick off. Yeah, you... No, you're going to receive. NT pick to kick. NT pick to kick.
Welcome back to Coffs Harbour International Stadium. Joining you on Community TV, Hayden Spinks and Darryl Warbridge in commentary, where we've got our first of the ladies fixtures here today. It will be Western Australia taking on the Northern Territory. And for the Northern Territory side, number 1, Nellie Thomas. Number 2 is Michaela Martin. 3 is Tamalia Gillette. 4 is Marley Morgan. 5, Shana Edwards. 6, Alia White. 7, Jasmine Lord. 8 is Hilda Sigakole. 9, Matilda Seaton. 10, Savannah Bolt. 11 is Adi Maybell Halele Korwa. 18 is Stawani Tawai. 19, Morgan Keats. 20, Fatini Malis, 21 is Raina Shelford. 22, Cecilia Miso. 24, Zana Roach. 27 is Tamika Thompson. 28 is Honey Chastain. And 30 is Olivia Silcock.
Okay, now looking for that Western Australian side. Number 1, Sydney Cow. Number 2, Tia Hiraki. 4, Bria Kawawe. 5, Valerie Banza. 6, Indiana Timms. 7, Leocardia Teria. 8, Jancy Marto. 9 is Willow Leach. 10, Rakura Tuiwako, also known as Honey. Number 11, Mania Thomas. 12, Caitlin Loader, who's tried really hard for a side right throughout the tournament. 13, Chloe Amatate. 14, Isabella Hopping. 15, Malika Williams. 16, Lalira Dane. 17 is Tiffany Fanayam. 18, Manawuni Tuakarani. 19, Jessica Cow. And they're coached by John Howe.
Both sides looking for their first win of the tournament. And it's going to be Northern Territory with the first chance to attack on the Western Australian line. Rania Shelford almost gets her way over the line. She's pulled down a couple of metres short, right in front of the uprights, and White out of dummy half. The markers were awake on that occasion, and they wrap her up. And this is the number 12. As you would have noticed, we don't have a number 12 on our sheet. There's a few numbers out here for Northern Territory which we don't have. And they go left on the last play, trying to barge their way over. But the Western Australian defence does enough on that occasion. So they'll come out to the 10 metres for a play the ball.
Front foot on the line here.
This is Tuki Waho, and they eventually bring her to ground.
12, go, 1, 22, 10.
This is a good run, but the ball comes out the back. It's been stolen on this occasion.
And a reminder too, these games are only 20 minutes each way, and good timing, actually, good time to see it, 20 minutes each way.
Step back here, 22-6.
So they're just going to opt to tap and go, and it'll be Tuki Waho once again. She's met in a good tackle there. Flings an offload out the back, and having to go back and retrieve it is Marto. And Northern Territory's defence is looking like they're up for this match. As nice play there by Tyria, gets it onto Loader. Loader's up over the 40. She was looking for an offload there. And they come down the short side. This is Core Hour. And Leach caught at dummy half there. Tyria goes in and she just scoots it down the short side. She's going to do well to stay in, gets an offload back. And Cacao has her legs taken out from underneath her. And she's eventually wrapped up there. Last play here now for WA. It will be Tyria to do the kicking. And good take there. Not sure who that is. And Shelford out of dummy half. She's been one of the best for, and she's put it down just as I was giving her a wrap. And pass behind.
And he should be wrapping up, but the fullback for the Northern Territory, who's played very well in this whole tournament, in a side that hasn't been able to come away with the wins.
Loader again. It's a quick play the ball, Loader. And they go right here through Marto.
12, no more, lock in. 16 with me. Wait, go. 3.
Leach out of dummy half, just probing. And gets an offload away. Tyria backing up through the middle. And the halfback's going to be put down probably 5 short of the line, just to the left of the uprights. She might have been a little bit hurt in that tackle. As and they've got some numbers here. Cacao and gets it on, and they're going to score in the corner. Tia Horaki out of Ellenbrook Secondary College in Perth gets their first try of the tournament for WA.
She does. They will be wrapped in that.
So very happy. First points for WA.
Now, they've really struggled with the length, the ladies, in this competition to try to get to the goals. So good to see she hasn't taken it back. Looks like too far. She's only about 18 metres back from the try line. So
Be Isabella hopping. So we haven't seen Isabella have a crack at goal. So you never know. She could be
what the doctor ordered.
She could have a rocket of a foot. On target and just dropping short. Bounces up and hits the crossbar. So scores 4 points to 0, with Western Australia taking an early lead over the Northern Territory. So we see Loader just getting some attention. She's actually going to come from the field and be replaced by Banza. Going to get some strapping on the ankle.
This is halfway, girls. Your way. Bucks. Coming out here. Stay behind. Time it.
Oh, it's a short one.
They go the short one, the trick play, and they get a result. Oh, the ball's been stolen, though.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
They made the play, and then I think it's the, I think that's Tua Karina.
Go, 1.
Marto. A little bit flat-footed when she got it, so the defence swamped her.
2, 9. Good. Roll away.
It's Tuki Waho.
Wait.
Tyria And deep out the back and running behind her own player there, but no obstruction on that occasion was
9 up and square, 6 again.
Briar
Right.
Coyle.
Go, 4.
And Banza. She might have got her hair pulled there. She had a peek at the referee.
Play on,
And
play on, play on, play on. Whose way? Whose way?
so referee called play on, and then she's played the ball there, Banza.
It's going to
He's going
WA.
to give a penalty away for ruck interference.
Okay. Gonna go.
Oh, no, he's going to give a... play the ball before the held call, so it's going to be a penalty to the Northern Territory.
Ah,
That's unfortunate there. It was a good run from Valerie Banza.
Just go tap. Okay, just hold, wait.
And just
Wait. When you're ready.
everything in slow motion here at the moment.
Keep going.
and bouncing away is
5 up and square.
that was Tamika Thompson.
Hold.
Good run there from the substitute. Back towards the middle is Chastain.
9, 7 together, get square. Wait. Go, 7 not square, 2.
And this is Roach.
1, roll away now. Can't put it out, use the line. Wait. Go, 3.
And this is number 14, so unfortunately we don't have that young lady's name.
Yeah, no more.
This has been majority of the play for Northern Territory, which is the dummy half running. And up over the advantage line, this is a good run here from the number 12.
Working here left side.
Brought down on the last 25 out from the line. They're going to look to run it on the last play, Shelford. And Shelford is met in a good tackle. She gets an offload away though. The ball eventually comes back to Keats. Keats whacks it on the toe. It's going to roll towards the in goal here. Chase is coming through and Miso, I think she's just knocked it on in trying to pick up the footy there. So they
Almost just about, not quite.
they get away with it there, Western Australia. So they'll come out for a play the ball 10 metres out from their own line. She had to manage to gather that ball in. Miso, she would have posted Northern Territory's first try of the tournament.
Go. 6, no more.
And a penalty is given away there, so just holding on as the player was getting up to play the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'd be loving this game, these two teams, because they're on equal footing, these two. Play very similar games with a chance of improving.
Off the ball. Oh.
Tua Carena. And Marto now.
Now 15. Me. Oh. 2, 15 not square. Go on 10. Around ball. 17, no more. Lock in, we're working here, hold.
That's
Go.
16.
3.
Lyra Dane. And ball, wayward pass there from Tyrea, and it's picked up here by the Northern Territory. Cow couldn't reel it in.
No.
Chastain takes a scoot out of dummy half, gets an offload back,
Knock on, off.
and knock on, says the referee. Got a call from his touchy. Just trying to push the pass a little bit there,
We want it.
and
On the scrum line.
ball's gone forward into a Western Australian defender, which constituted the knock on.
Now, if someone wants to get a try with this Northern Territory side, I'd like to be the fullback, Nellie Thomas, who's done a massive amount of work and done lots of great defensive tackles. I'd like to see her get rewarded.
She's definitely saved some tries in the tournament.
She has.
Let's go.
So Scrumpy 30 metres out from their own line here for WA. Oh, it's been one against the feet. Oh, no.
Gotta wait till the ball's in before you hook at it. Okay? Gotta wait till the ball's in first. Wait for the
They're pumped up here, the Northern Territory.
They are.
They're going to have their own scrum feed now, 30 metres out from WA's line, trailing 4 points to 0 at the moment, but a set of 6 in attacking position. I'd like to see Lord and Thomas for Northern Territory combine as the ball comes to Seaton. Seaton just trying to skip away from a couple.
Up together, get square. Hold.
White waits at dummy half, and a penalty here for holding down. So they're just going to tap and go, you would imagine.
When you're ready.
And it'll be Tom. Good tackle down low by Leach. She had some help there from Mania Thomas, the 11. As Keats goes back to the opposite side of the ruck, but she's slammed on her back 10 metres out from the line. Comes right here, number 12. Love to know this young lady's name. She's been really strong throughout the whole tournament for Northern Territory, one of their best. And number 16, just a swerving run. She gets over the line. She get the ball down. She does. And
they got their first try.
They got their first points. Great to see.
And near the post as well. They're a chance of converting this one.
Just got confirmation from the sideline there that it was Savannah Bolt, the number 16 for Northern Territory, gets their first try of the tournament. So number 10 on our sheets,
Yeah,
but
it is, yes.
Number 16 is what she's wearing. And it will be Cecilia Misob to try and take the lead for the first time for the Northern Territory, just to the left-hand side of the uprights. She adds the extras. Great kick there from Misob. So Northern Territory take a 6 points to 4 lead here in this first half with only a couple of minutes to go.
And they'll be lapping this up. Lapping it up every second.
So field position obviously key in this game. So if they can try and force an error here. That's well taken there by Seaton. And number 12 with the first hit up. And out of dummy half is Chastain. Doesn't pick up too many yards as White follows suit, but she's set upon pretty quickly by Banza.
And again, as we've seen before, too much dummy half running from this Northern Territory side.
That's a little bit better, getting away from the markers. And they go left-hand side here now, so stringing a couple of passes together. And there's the try scoring Bolt, who will have her tail up for sure. And they go down the left-hand side through Shelford. And Shelford comes close to the sideline. Was the last play though, so they're going to turn the ball over here, Northern Territory, with just over a minute to go in the first half. Marto Good tackle there by Miso, but I think the ball's been stolen. Yes, it has.
Penalty.
So strip on that occasion, and Tyrea is going to find the line. So 40 metres out from their own try line, WA.
Blue line, try girls and T girls.
Probably only going to get a couple of plays here. Let's see if they can get something happening from long range.
16, no more. Yeah, wait. Go. Mark is 1.
There's a good run there. It's Tyrea goes short into Tua Karena. Last play here, and they just put it on the toe through Timms, but Thomas is back there, and she's got some space here, and it goes to Shelford. She cuts back towards the middle of the park, still going Shelford, and they eventually managed to grab onto her and finish off the tackle right on top of the halfway line. So first half gone here in this under-18s ladies clash between Northern Territory and Western Australia, with the Northern Territory leading 6 points to 4. We'll take a short halftime break and be back for the second in a moment.
Yeah, I grew up in Mary, that's home in the brave. That's home in the brave. We at war with the cops like bracks, but this ain't home in the way. I didn't go around all the beaches, nah, I still got bros at the bay.
So I grew up in this little area here called Shelby in Mount Druitt. Spent pretty much my whole life here, and then primary school, attending that little primary school down there in the Mia Public School. Yeah, my little brothers and sisters, they still go to that school now, and you know they still come home like to this point after school and tell me that the teacher still asks about me. So you know, it's pretty good connected brotherhood down here. Yeah, this is the local here. You know, like Dad said, he loves to bring the kids here to run a bit of energy out of them, because you know, having 8 kids, it couldn't be full on for those two. So yeah, burn a little bit of energy here with the siblings.
He's living out my dream. Yeah, it's bloody awesome, eh? He just keeps getting better and better. Like, I'll be his hardest critic. I'll say that's his worst game I've seen him play, and then he's got man of the match. You know what I mean? So it just goes to prove I don't know everything, you know. But yeah, like, he's worked hard for everything. So yeah.
For the team this year, because we're a lot older, there's more Year 12 boys. It's more about paying our dues back to the school this year. You know, most of them been here Year 7, Year 8. So I think it's just one of our goals here. Like last year of school, you know, we finished in 2 months. This is the only way we can give back to the school. Top of my list at the moment here at school is to win that national champ and give it back to the school, and then second is to go my second year of Aussies this year. Thanks Strati squad, that's the Jacob Halengahu story so far. Stay tuned.
Hey Strati squad, it's Casey Ray. Come take a look at what a typical day for me looks like.
When you pray or answer, you walk through life just like a dancer. If I had my way, every day would be a parade. Ooh, I adore you. Ooh, I adore you. And I pray you never lose your star. I'm so proud of all that you are. Ooh, I adore you. Ooh, I adore you. I adore you. Ooh, I adore you. When you know your answers, you walk through life just like a dancer. If I had my way, every day would be a parade. When you pray or answer, you walk through life just like a dancer. If I had my way, every day would be a parade. Ooh, I adore you. Ooh, I adore you. Ooh, I adore you. Ooh, I adore you. And I pray you never lose your star.
And that's what a typical day for me looks like. Thanks for joining me.
Stop that. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man's so tough, but man's keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah, hot like fire on the pan.
Yeah, camp's been good. We've really come together. We've been here since Monday and bonded really well. And you know, we've had 2 training sessions now and getting better by each day. It's an honour to make the Aussie squad. You know, it's been a dream since I've started high school. And yeah, it's a really big achievement for me.
I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man's so tough, but man's keep walking. Yeah, just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah, hot like fire on the pan.
What's that? Yeah. WA, you girls are kicking off that way. I still need that extra step on the 10. He's pulling up short. Have a look where I am. Thank you. I don't know if it's here for you. Right. Sweet. You're right. Your way, Bucks. Let me know when you boys are ready. Sweet. Thank you.
Welcome back to the second half here in our first clash between Northern Territory and Western Australia. And at half time, Northern Territory have a narrow 6-4 lead over WA. Both sides still looking for their first win.
Well, at least they managed to get their first tries of the competition.
Very slow play the ball there for Torwai. Shelford, she's been really good and she's almost got through there. Play on, says the referee. She managed to roll out of the tackle. Bianza comes again and eventually pull her down. Made some good meters on this set though. And White set upon by Leach. And now Miso out of dummy half as well. Some space on the outside here. She's just trying to go around them. Is Miso still going? Miso for the corner, and she's going to get there. So they're going to extend their lead, the Northern Territory. And geez, aren't they happy about it?
They can't believe it, we can't believe it, but they managed to come up with a quick try in the second half.
They went the whole way down the field, 90 metres off their first set after half time. And Cecilia Misob out of Palmerston Senior College crosses in the corner. Their tails are well and truly up at the moment, Northern Territory. There's a lot of positive conversations in the halftime huddle, and they've come out and done exactly what they were planning on doing, which was getting an early lead, extending their lead.
Yeah, they've managed to do just that, and they're keen having a huddle in the middle there again and saying what else they can do. Probably another try, maybe.
It'll be a rinse and repeat type of conversation. Just do exactly what we just did. So it'll be Miso from right out near the touchline to try and convert her own try. Good looking strike off the boot. And she's nailed it from the touchline. What a kick.
Jeez.
2 for 2 from the boot. And they're out to a 12-4 lead.
That might have just put the nail in the coffin for the WA side, who've only scored one try in this whole competition.
So still a long way to go in this second half. Obviously only 20 minutes, but if they can get some share of the ball, WA, I wouldn't be counting them out just yet. And shortish kickoff here, bouncing in front, and Miso cleans it up. And she's quickly holding on by, that's Loda over there, so good to see that she's recovered from that little bit of an ankle injury. As Lodi was thrown into the ground there, and they're up out of making meters again. Somebody's been left on the ground here for Northern Territory. That was Martin.
Slow getting back on side, these Western Australian girls. But
and they've put it down, unfortunately. Number 12, it was.
Been playing very well as well, she has, hasn't she?
She has been. Just couldn't hang on to that pass. She was a little bit behind her out of dummy half, and so what looked to be another promising set for the Northern Territory. They turned it over 40 metres out from the Western Australian try line. So this will be Western Australia's turn now to use the footy. Let's see if they can hit back.
All right, let's go, girls. We're going to have backs. Alrighty. Ball in. Break.
So they go left again. The ball hits the ground. And Loda has to go back and pick it up. And she shovels a pass out the back, ends up with Taria, comes back to Timms. Timms off her right foot, and she gets an offload away, which is again has been spilt. And backwards, says the referee. So just throwing the ball around here, but they've lost around 12 metres on the play. And this is a good run here from Tukiwaho.
Off her now, 7. 6 here and hold. Wait. Go, 1. Still on the left, correct?
Right on halfway now, WA, so.
A couple of good charges there from the front row pairing. Mania Thomas.
Off the ball now. Harkins, lock in. Don't play it on her. Go, 3. Keep going, kept control.
This is Cacao.
Off her now, 22.
Oh no.
No.
Nothing
Offside.
quite going right for WA at the moment. Come off the knee of Taria, straight into the hands of Timms, who was in an offside position. So Northern Territory will get a penalty 30 metres out from their line.
Going for touch. Go for touch. All right, your way back. Go for touch. Big 4 or on the white line.
So it looks like it's going to be Seaton to attempt to find touch. It's a good purchase on this one, and the ball boy slides in. So they'll start a set right on halfway here.
In line with the dotted line. When you're ready.
This is Addie Maybell Halala Kaur, and she's put it down on play 1, unfortunately. She might have been hurt there, actually. And
It's going to be a scrum, WA. Where do we want it? Where do you want it? Where do we want it? She coming off, Bucks?
she's going to come from the field. Going to be replaced by Shauna Edwards.
Halves, we're on this side. Let's go, girls.
Looks like she might be a little bit. I had got a head knock there. Taria goes left to call out, and they've got some space on the outside. Cacao, Sydney Cacao. She just held on to it. Oh, pass out in front of Taria, and she's put it down. So they're passing at the moment. Just letting them down. WA. This is not quite hitting the mark.
Let's go here. Let's go. Heads in.
So Thomas from the back of the scrum.
She gained a few metres there, and I expect her to. She's quite a fit player.
And this is Edwards.
Yeah, another good run.
So inside the red zone now, Northern Territory, already with a 12 points to 4 lead. And it comes left to White, and White just kicks it across field, taken on the full there, and ends up with Tonson. Still a couple of plays to go there. Perplexed as to why White went for the crossfield kick, but it came off for them as Miso again trying to barge away over through the middle, gets an offload away, and just short of the line. Lord wants it left. Lord, dummy, takes on the line herself, and she's wrapped up there.
Held up.
Okay, girls. Good. All right, out 10. Markies, if you like. This will be last. Just hold for the whistle. Wait for the whistle. Last one, wait. Go.
So last play here. Miso just kicks one along the ground across field. Ball bouncing around. And knock on by Western Australia first. Followed by Northern Territory. So they'll get another chance here than NT.
Big chance of running in another try, this Northern Territory side. The other one's tiring a little bit, and they'll probably take advantage of it.
Had to do a lot of defence in this second half, WA.
They have.
Let's go, girls. Wait. All right, fall in.
So it comes left to Thomas. Thomas going for the line. She was wrapped up there by Timms. It comes left to Edwards. Edwards out the back and for the corner, and they're going to bundle her into touch. So unable to come away with any points on that occasion. Stawani Toai just bundled him over the touchline on that occasion.
Where do you want it? 10, 20 or middle? 20? Out here. Play the ball, it's just here, girls. She's gone out. Play the ball there.
Yeah, just to play the ball, change over.
Play the ball.
WA also running for dummy half. We see a lot of this. I'll probably see it again here. Yep.
Well, this was a good dummy half run there.
Up together. Oh! Go, two.
Isabella hopping. Tyria. Any numbers there for the Northern Territory.
Wait! Go, 3.
Oh, good tackle down low by Miso on Thomas.
Wait! Go. 22.
Left to Tyria, and she just pops a short ball. Caitlin Loader in some space. Caitlin Loader up against Thomas, and they get an offload away, and it can't be reeled in. That's unfortunate for WA. It's a nice little play there by Tyria and Caitlin Loader. She went straight through, but once again, as she has done so many times, Nellie Thomas, the fullback for Northern Territory, was up to the challenge that Loader possessed, forced an offload, and they just couldn't hang on to it on that left-hand side. It was Cacao that put it down. And here's Thomas now with the footy.
Straight through.
And she goes through. And she's still going. She's quick, Nellie Thomas.
Yeah, she is.
They're chasing her down.
But
try. She is going to touch down right underneath the uprights.
A well-deserved try. She's played hard all tournament in the side that hasn't come away with anything, and now she's got a try under the post, or between the posts.
Very well deserved from the fullback. She stopped a try just moments ago, and one off the scrum. She splits the defence and shows a clean pair of heels to run 60 metres and score under the sticks. And they are running away with things now, the Northern Territory, with just over 6 minutes left to go. 16 points to 4.
They're looking to make a change too on the sideline. Morgan Keats about to come on.
Zana Roach also re-enter the game for the Northern Territory. And Misob adds the extras, so 18 points to 4, pretty commanding win. You'd think they're going to notch up their first victory of the tournament, Northern Territory, with only 6-ish minutes to go.
And from what we've seen of it too, George, our cameraman's doing a great job capturing these games. We appreciate it, George. You're doing a good job.
Well, Hopping gets us back underway. Ball bounces down. And they're going to look to go drag her into touch. So there's a little bit of life here in WA just yet. Good tackle there by Banza. Plenty of enthusiasm being shown by both sides. This is a good run here by Tuha Karena.
Stand out run, that one.
Comes to Cacao. And Marto. Trying to go through the middle is Jancy Marto. And she's pulled down a few metres short of the line. Quick hands on here. Ball comes out the back. And knock on spotted by the referee there. So again, this the forced offloads to WA. Probably at the wrong time. Still had a few plays up their sleeve on that occasion. Just tried to squeeze one out the back, and they've turned it over.
The scrum girls.
So scrum feed 10 metres out from their own line here in Northern Territory. 18 points to 4 leaders. And Shelford, who's been really good here, comes back to Lord. And Lord's brought down 30 out from the line. Ball's been stolen here.
Yeah, 1-on-1.
Off who? Okay, knock on off MT.
Knocked on here by
Scrum.
Kawhi.
Where do you want it? Yeah.
So scrum feed for WA with 2 minutes on the clock here.
Girls, you're on this side of me. This, all of us. Heads in, bend your backs to the side.
Can they post another try before the conclusion of this one here? And it's Timms to Taria, and Taria opts the kick and chase on her own. But guess who's back there? It's Nellie Thomas. And she scoops the ball up and comes back. We have a rush of blood there from the number 7 of WA. Says Miso.
Off her now, 16! To me, wait!
And Roach out of dummy half. Picks up a good 10 metres there, but she's met by Loader, who wraps her up pretty much right on top of the halfway line. Just in WA side of the half as Keats is monstered by Loader once again. But it was crept up a little high, says the referee. So inside the final minute here, they'll look to find the line, Northern Territory. And good touch finder, that one. So they're going to have their last few plays of the game, leading 18 points to 4, will be in the red zone of WA. Can they crack them once more here? So they're not overly keen to get on with things. So they probably only have 2 plays. And it will be Silcock. She's brought down 10 metres out. So this would probably be the last play of the game here. It's Seaton. Gets it on to Bolt, and Bolt is met in a good tackle, but she gets an offload out the back, which has been spilt. And that will be all she wrote here as the Northern Territory girls rush the field in celebration. They have got their first win of the tournament here, running out victors 18 points to 4 over Western Australia. Make sure you stick around on Community TV because we'll be back for 3 more games of ladies action in just a moment.